Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with EURUSD currency pair. Jakub Novak presents.
You could plan to buy the euro today upon reaching the entry point around 1.1385. It's a green line on the graphic, targeting a rise to 1.1435. A thicker green line. At 1435, you could intend to close long positions and open short ones, aiming for a 30-35 pip pullback from the entry point. This buy scenario assumes continued upward momentum in the first half of the day. Before buying, make sure that the MACD indicator line is above the zero line and starting to rise from it. You could also plan to buy the euro today if the price tests the 1.1365 level twice in a row, while the MACD is in oversold territory. This will limit the pair's downside potential and lead to an upward market reversal. A move toward 1.1385 and 1.1433 can be expected. You could also plan to sell the euro after reaching 1.1365. It's a red line on the chart, targeting a 1.1328, where you will exit short and immediately open long positions, aiming for a 20-25 pip bounce in the opposite direction from the entry point. Selling pressure will likely return if the pair fails to break above the weekly high. Before selling, make sure that the MACD indicator is below the zero mark and beginning to decline. You could also plan to sell the euro today if the price tests 1.1385 twice in a row, while the MACD is overbought territory. This will limit the pair's upside potential and lead to a downward market reversal. A decline toward 1.1365 and 1328 is expected.
And now it's time for GBPUSD. Let's discuss it with Paulo Greco.
The average volatility of the GBPUSD pair over the last 5 trading days is 110 pips, which is considered as average for this currency pair. Therefore, on Friday, April 18, we expect movement within the range bounded by 1.3153 and 1.3373. The long-term regression channel is pointing upward, though a downward trend remains on the daily time frame. The CCI technical indicator recently entered the overbought zone, suggesting a pullback which has already been concluded. The GBPUSD pair continues its confident upward movement. We still believe that the entire upward move is a correction on the daily time frame, which has already taken on a somewhat irrational nature. However, if you trade using pure technicals or on the Trump factor, long positions remain relevant with targets at 1.3369 and 34.28. Since the price is above the moving average line, it's a sign line on a graphic. Sell orders remain attractive, with targets at 1.2207 and 1.2146. But now, the market isn't even considering buying the US dollar, while Donald Trump continues to trigger new sell-offs of the American currency.
That's all for today. Wish you best of luck.